Hi friends, it's Allison, and it is time to finish up my February flip in my daily fauxbonichi, creative journal, whatever we're calling it. This current one is in a smash book. I have done part one of the flip. It is probably the previous video if you want to go back. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for coming over. If you've been here a while, you know that my monthly flip throughs are taking way too long, so I've been breaking them up into two. So let's catch up, shall we? I'm going to have a sip of coffee really fast because, you know, it's morning. We're all on this coronavirus quarantine in your house thing, so I'm working from home. And I had a break between some appointments, and so I need to get some other stuff done, but I had a minute to do this as well. So I thought, ooh, let's get it done. All right, so this is February. We ended here on the 15th. This is Sunday the 16th, and I have a sticker here that my boy was snowboarding in Mount Hood, and I put a sticker here. It says the girls won today. But they called and said that my daughter was hurt. She got knocked out pretty hard and had to be assessed for a concussion. And so those calls are always hard. She's still away. And so she was in Florida, I believe, at this time. And so, you know, it's hard enough if you're there, obviously, much less getting a call and trying to piece together kind of what you need to do or whatnot. But, you know, we have an amazing coach and team and club and an amazing team parent. And so she was in good hands. But anyway, so that was that. And then I got lots of planner time and journal stuff done today. Here's a little, I think, Happy Planner Girl. I just love that set. They're just so cute. And then my husband walked 2 times today for his loops. He's working so hard on that 2020 goal. And so he's getting it done. I'm so proud of him. I used a little tea bag. This is my tea from this morning. And so I just made a little tab in here and tucked that in. This cursive here, can you see? Can you see that? That is from Mandy Lynn Plans. And so I will link her below also. Let me make sure I have you. I just love, she does beautiful stickers in cursive and whatnot. And so this is one of the sets I had bought for my planner, which I ended up ripping out of my planner because, as some of you know, I am struggling a little bit with my fauxbonichi. And so that's Buddy again. See, when I come in here, he's like, has to come, Buddy, relax. Okay. And then this is the cutoff part of this card. I showed you this in my last video. This was just a Christmas card that we had gotten. And I just knew we'd have some ski days or whatnot, or my son would. And so I ripped off the front of the card, obviously, to write, you know, to use in my journaling. And I didn't want it quite as long, so I ripped off the bottom part and I just made this, you know, flip out here this way. Okay, and then wrote about my boy up in the snow. All right, the next day is Monday the 17th. This is President's Day, the Daytona 500. Let's see. I feel like there was something else about this. Okay, so President's Day, Daytona 500. The kids are gone and home tonight. My husband worked in the morning. He was home by lunch, so we met for spring rolls. Got some healthy vegetarian lunch. That was really good. And it was nice. And then we were in the parking lot, like, of the little shopping center where there's a Goodwill. And so my husband wanted a fluorescent shirt because he's been running so much. And it gets dark here in the Pacific Northwest. And he has a lot of lights and fluorescent bands and that sort of thing. But anyway, he wanted a fluorescent shirt. And we're like, let's just go look. And anyway, so he found that. And out of nowhere, there was a pair of Nike Metcons, which is just a workout shoe that I've wanted to try, but I'm just too cheap, honestly. And I don't know, you know, everybody could like, I can't even get out the words, bleh. Everybody could like a certain thing, journals included, right? And then when you see it online, you're like, oh, I have to have that. Well, the same thing happens with shoes or workout gear or whatever. And you just don't know until you like try them on. So anyway, I found a pair at the Goodwill. It was crazy. So anyway, when we went to ring up, my shoes were actually like free. It was so weird. It was President's Day, and they had like a sale going on, and then the color of the tag or something. I mean, I paid like $2 for them. It was insane. I was like, well, I have to take them. I might as well try them. So it was like kind of meant to be. I take those as signs as, oh, it was meant to be. This collage sheet here is from Loveland's Life. I am one of her Patreons, so I'll link her below. I love all of her stuff. This is a number of her collage off her sheets as well. This again is Mandy Lynn Plan. So this is some of her calligraphy and stickers as well. So I picked up my daughter at the airport, and the boy drove home from Oregon. The boys ate together at home, and then my daughter and I stopped for Panda Express on the way home, just because it's like an hour, like we wouldn't have made dinner together. So, and then I went to the gym this morning, sorry. And I'm reading, it was week 4. So we weighed in, we're doing like a challenge. It was the halfway weigh-in, and I had no change, like not anything, one way or the other, muscle, weight, nothing. So I'm super frustrated about that. However, I know I'm changing, like, I just know physically I'm changing in terms of ability and weight, not weight, well, running and blah, blah, blah. It's just my workout stuff. If you're not new here, you know, my workouts are my thing. I'm always kind of talking about it. So anyway, okay. So this day I started, this is Tuesday. And so I'm trying Bright Line Eating day 1. And these are from like a Real Simple or a Mantra magazine. So I cut those out. And of course, like, look at just some of the quotes were it just jumped out at me. It says, do what you say you're going to do. Like, how simple is that? Just do what you say you're going to do. Now, this is very difficult for me in some areas, and obviously very easy for me in other areas. And so I kind of journaled about that day too, because obviously when I give my word to my kids or my friends or, you know, like, I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. That's not even a thing, right? But sometimes with food, it's harder for me. And so I'm learning that. I'm learning, you know, anyway. And then this one, I'm trying eating a dairy-free plant-based diet solves a lot of health issues, which is why I'm trying to do it, right? So I'm trying the Bright Line Eating, but I am doing the plant-based version. So anyway, that's what's in my journal. So productive day, went to the gym, went to work. You can read all that. I didn't get junk food. I came home and ate my planned dinner. Oh, I went to eat my lunch and it was gross. Like I had pre-packed it or something. It was soggy. It was not good. So I could have gone out and grabbed something really fast, and I just decided I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait till I get home to eat and all that kind of stuff. So I did that. My daughter went to her friends. I wore my new Metcons. There they are. They're beautiful. I love them, and they were amazing for the gym. So super excited about that. And I wrote, it's chilly. It was 32 degrees this morning when I left for the gym. I went to the 6 a.m. and it was closed. It was freezing. And then I went to bed early because I'm getting up at 4 to go to the gym. So on some days I go at 6. On most days I try and be at the gym at 5 a.m. So that's that 4 a.m. wake up call. All right, Wednesday the 19th, I hit the gym this morning. These are like from Real Simple again, or Mantra magazine. I'm not sure which one, but kind of that same, you know, brand. I put, this is a picture of what I needed today. I was supposed to have a half day and then go get a massage, but I realized yesterday that we had a staff meeting today, and it was supposed to be canceled. It was supposed to be rescheduled this week and go every other week, but they decided no. So I canceled my massage, and then I had a 2-hour meeting that turned into a 4-hour meeting, and I was all sorts of annoyed. So, yeah, I had already cut this picture out and, like, you know, put it on this page, not glued it, but put it here knowing this was going to be like my day. I was going to work a half day. I was going to go get my massage, you know, all that kind of stuff. And it just, oh my gosh. So I said, needless to say, I'm grateful for my daughter being 16 now and having a car and being able to drive herself, even though it's scary for me because practice is 6 to 9. I'm so proud of her. And it's far. It's like 45 minutes from our house, you know, on the freeway and everything. So she's doing great with that, but I really needed my massage today, and I was sad I didn't get it. This is the card from my massage place, and I just tipped it in and wrote on the back, I'm so sad I had to cancel. And then I have this, it's like a notepad of sailboats, and I just put first day back at practice for spring season. His last high school racing season is about to start. Let's go. So very exciting times. You know, a month ago for my boy in his senior year. So, all right, the next day is Thursday the 20th. I'm just checking that I have you guys. I ooched it a little bit. This was the background paper already in the Smash book. This I just glued in again from one of those magazines, Mandy Lynn Plans and Lynn Loves Life, Love Lynn's Life. These are the glasses, as you guys know, from like the optometrist. My daughter had a appointment today and she drove herself, and I was super proud of her. And then I realized, of course, once she got there, they can't, she's still a minor, just because she can drive herself. She can't consent to medical treatment because they had to dilate her eyes. So then I was like pushing to get out of work and everything. So anyway, I made it in time to sign that they could do what they needed to do. So this was the first day of Wadapalooza, which is a huge like CrossFit competition that I just loved watching, and the team. And I have some friends actually there, like attending it in Florida, and I'm so jealous. I would just love to go, maybe, you know, one year. And then this is a note. These are, again, are just my Project Life cards. I'm just using them up. I put so proud of my daughter, drove herself, you know, to the eye doctor and then to practice later that night. And then I put good times and a taco because I met up with some friends, like 5 or 6 of us, I think, went out and had some dinner from my old gym, which I just really miss and love those friendships. So it was really neat to catch up. So that was the 20th. All right, the 21st is Friday. This is my day off. So I tipped this in. This is the weirdest like picture. I don't know, but anyway, I bought a package of red light therapy, this anti-aging. It's supposed to heal the skin and like do all these things that's really, really healthy for you. And then a lot of insurances actually pay for it. So I'm talking to my insurance about actually paying for it for some of my pain and for some other stuff. So anyway, I started that, but I just thought this is so weird. It just looks strange. So, but I started that today. All right. So I put day off, and I went to the gym this morning, and I love watching the Wadapalooza. So again, a little Hawaiian note or whatever, just because it was Florida. This sticker right here, can you guys see? Yeah. These are like stickers they give you if like, and you wrap them up, like, you know, they're like this, and then you wrap them up and they make a cone because they're a different shape than this, and you put them over your eyes when you're in the red light bed. Because it's like a tanning bed, but it's good for your body. Anyway, so I just thought that was funny. I put that sticker in there. Okay, so then I put my cards in here. I obviously got some coffee this morning. I went to PT, and there's a note on there. Oh, I got a TB test today for work, which was interesting. My doctor doesn't do them. And so I went to the little drugstore, and in the drugstore, they had like a care clinic by Kaiser, and Kaiser is not our insurance, but they take other insurances. It was so simple, and they do all sorts of things there at the walk-in clinic. I had no idea they were even there. And they do TB tests. So I had a TB test there. She was delightful. It was super easy. I didn't wait. I'm like, I am totally coming here for, you know, urgent care, cold, whatever. They do it there. It's amazing. I went back to my other doctor and picked up my supplements. So I put that on there with a little, I don't know where these are from. I bought them a long time ago. Can you see that little guy? Isn't he cute? He's a little prescription bottle. And even though they're not prescriptions, they're supplements, natural supplements. But anyway, I get them from the natural health doctor. And then here's just a little note about everything that happened today. So I just put a great day, the gym, the coffee, Cairo, PT, TB test, supplements. I ate oatmeal, went to Michael's. I got some new pens. And then we had family dinner. And we went to this restaurant called the Lunchbox Laboratory. And I got a vegetarian meal, but this was their kids menu. I'm like, how is he not going home with me? I'm totally taking him. I think he's hilarious. I was going to color him, and I just thought, no, he's kind of cool like that. And then I love this sticker. I have it, and this was I just felt really productive today and good energy. The sun was out. But I didn't want to like stick it somewhere. So I tucked it in here. I might put it somewhere else is why. I'm being wishy-washy is the whole point of that. Okay. The 22nd was Saturday. if you guys are not, if you're football people, you need to be watching the XFL. And Seattle has a team here called the Seattle Dragons. And so my son was sailing, and he's the first choice, of course. Not that I'm chopped liver, but my husband's like, let's go, you know. And so we went up to the Seattle game. It was so much fun, you guys. The XFL, I really enjoy. It has some different rules, and anyway, it had a whole different energy to it, and it's very quick. It was great. I mean, I like football in general anyway, but and it was just pretty cool. And the Seattle Dragons, it's just funny because everyone was in dragon costumes and dragon masks, and it's just cool how they've done it. They've done a nice job of marketing it, and I think it's a nice, I don't know, business. I do. I think it's a great event. Anyway, we had a great time. We ended up losing, but whatever. I love the new rules and all the dragon costumes. It was kind of cool. So, my daughter played for a different team today. She drove herself. They won 2-1. Pretty cool. And then she came home and worked on her AP paper. She was supposed to help babysit, but she chose to stay home and do her schoolwork. So, and I just put that in there. That reminds me of my Rue. These are her colors, and I just love it. So I put the boy went sailing clinic today up in Seattle. Pretty cool. Top sailors in the Pacific Northwest. He had a good time and learned some great skills. And like this was already on the page, and it says, I like this life. Isn't that cool? And then I put can you see this? This is that little like off the gum wrapper, right? Look how cute that is. And I put that in because we had a little date day, right? So, all right. The 23rd, I want to make sure I have you. Again, same thing here, right? I can see we ate at Chipotle. And let me figure out why. Let me see. Okay, so this is an envelope I made. You guys have seen me do this before. It's just book paper that I sprinkle some watercolor on and then fold into an envelope. This is a beautiful tag that was included in my last Happy Mail from Sweet Christy Biddleson. It's obviously a photocopy of a old library card, and then she does this beautiful, one-of-a-kind handmade mandala on it. And I don't know if you can see the texture on it. It's just stunning. And I tend to hoard these a little bit, or anyway, and I just am like, I need to use my stuff and I want to use it. So I popped it in here for my journaling. So today my daughter and I drove to Seattle for soccer. She drove, I went with her. Oh, I remember this. I'm so glad I did, because we could not find the field, even with like, you know, all the maps and stuff we have today. The map literally was like, you've arrived at your destination. And we were like in some guy's backyard. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And she would have, you know, not panicked, but been very uncomfortable. So I was really glad I was there, because she would have been frazzled. She played for another team. They did well. They came home with the win. So that's why we ate at Chipotle, I can tell you, because it's like an hour and a half at least. And then to drive home and everything. And we don't have Chipotle or anything like that near us. So when we drive away, then sometimes we'll stop on the way home. So we got Chipotle on the way home. And then a note here on my boy again. I put the boy had day 2 of the sailing clinic. Great day on the water. Feels confident on his skills he got, and confident with the top-notch sailors that were there. So really, really proud of him, and he got a lot out of that clinic. So very excited for him. Okay, Monday the 24th, hit the gym. And let's see what I did here. This is like a cutout from a scrapbook pad. Okay, it looks like a postcard. It probably has something on the back that you can't see. I just made a note here. Lots of things done today. I went to the gym, then home to eat breakfast, relax. I took my car in. Something's wrong again, and a mad face. It's constant. I'm so over the car situation, and it's continuing now, and it's a month later. So went to the market, went to the red light, and said goodbye to my boy. I'm going to miss him very much. And a travel here. Pack your bags. My boy went to visit colleges on the East Coast for a week by himself, and just so proud of him. And I just put, he's doing more than I ever did at his age. So he went on an airplane, he flew back, and the coach from one school picked him up and got him to the school, and he stayed with people, and then that school put him on a train to go to the next school, and he made his way to the next school. And so anyway, just super proud of him. All right, the next day, let's see, this is, I guess I just did a 2-page spread. So I just had cut this out, I guess, for his adventure thing, and I just used the whole page. I layered it. The green is the back page, obviously, and then I put some white text behind it, and then this page. These are my new incense that I bought. What do you call them? You know, sticks that you light. I don't know. I always have one of those going in my office or here, both, you know. Okay, so the 25th, he is out at Jacksonville today on the 25th. So I cut this out. And I did red light therapy, and what else? Let's see, it's Tuesday, so I went to work. This is a card from a scrapbook page, but I just love it, and it's kind of tropical, which reminded me of like Florida. And so it says adventure awaits. And then I put, he flew into New York. He got to New York at 6 a.m. and then flew into Florida. The coach picked him up. They spent the day with the coach and the team, so good times there. And then this is funny. Okay, this is, can you guys see? Okay, this is off of dog food. So again, I try and use anything I can. And as I'm throwing things away, again, I'm always going through them. And sometimes things that you don't really think of have words or things you want. So dog food, obviously, this had healthy weight on it. The other one that's I really like is like in magazines, if you look at the hair, like the shampoo commercials or, you know, ads, they often have words like strong and vibrant and I don't even know at this point, but just as an idea. So just, I'm always looking. Okay, let me see if this is even, so I did my true day one of bright line eating, except I had gum and coffee, which you're not allowed to have either. So no, I'm still not 100%, but I ate well. I only ate my 3 meals as planned. I'm trying to eat well with lifelong changes. So, kind of thought that was cool. My daughter went out with friends to IHOP. It's National Pancake Day. That is, that's a pancake for you guys. That's a plate. Yeah, I drew that. Off the doodle book, probably. It kind of looks like a melted snowman or something, so just disregard that. But I know it's a pancake. So kind of funny. Yeah, they had to drive over to, you know, the other town or whatever to get pancakes. So kind of funny. And then today, this is again just a cutout, and I put a short day, a couple of sessions, so I left early, and my husband also had a short day, so he was home early too. So that was nice. We got to spend a little time together because some days our days are crazy. And then I just put some stickers around that kind of remind me of Florida and the beautiful weather down there. All right, this is the next day, which is the 28th. Oh my gosh, you guys, our life. Okay, so this is like from one of the colleges, and it says, your future looks bright. So I just tipped that in there because he's kind of looking, you know, this week. And I put journey of a lifetime. So he, at this point, is back in Charleston. And we have a dear friend and her daughter. I mean, you know, she's our friend. The daughter's our friend. So he stayed with her and her friends, and they showed him around and did all sorts of things. It was very fun. It was very cool. So this was Friday, and then he's supposed to get on the airplane. So I canceled my supervision training. Oh gosh, I didn't even note this. What did I do? Oh, I skipped a page. That's what I did. What do we do? Okay, we'll go back. I'm like, wait a second, this is really fast. Okay, sorry. This is Tuesday. I was like, what happened to my week? Sorry, this is Wednesday. Yeah. Ironically, like some of the pages just kind of work out in the gray. I don't know. It just worked. My son, I put a train thing here. My son, this is the day he took the train to the next school. And then I found this like in a magazine. It was all these, I don't even know what the ad was for, but it was all these drawings. And I had cut them out. And so I put one in here. I went to the gym at 5 a.m. I fell off the treadmill, like bad. No, the treadmill was not moving, and I totally tripped stepping off of it. Like I was not paying attention, and I missed the, the rails are like this, and then the actual end of the treadmill ends here, and I just misjudged it, and my ankle buckled, and I fell, and I rolled. It was horrible, and I was so embarrassed. Anyway, I had to go to urgent care. It's a bad sprain. The ligaments are like stretched, and so my ankle's like super loose and like really swollen. Anyway, so no work. I canceled work this day. I was so mad. I was so bummed. Anyway, this just sucked. And we were supposed to do like this long run, blah, blah, blah. So my boy boarded a train. This was a magnet from Orange Theory. He made it to South Carolina, and my friend's daughter picked him up. And then my daughter went on an interview today for her first job. So that was exciting. Okay, Thursday. I love this quote today. It says, if you're not defined by a vision of the future, you are left with the memories of the past. And I just love that. And I put it on my work board that day. I put work went well, crazy day. Someone quit today. Unbelievable. We've had just a difficult time with that. Things like this are so triggering for me. I need to stay grounded. I don't do well with super quick change. And so it's hard for me, especially in my work environment where my job is to be grounded and help everyone else. And so I had to do a lot of clearing and some meditation and some journaling before kind of starting my day. My husband had a good day at work. He was able to come home early. The boy had a good day. I put, we're getting minimal updates and like a happy face. Only forced photo moments. We were just cracking up. I'm like, seriously, guy? Like, you've been gone a week. We've gotten like minimal. And then when we were texting him, because we were texting my friend's daughter also, we're like, seriously, you guys, you've been friends since you were like 4. Could you, come on, get on it. And they started sending us like these crazy photos of just like silliness. And I was like, okay, well, at least they're having a good time. My daughter had a good day. She drove herself to practice, and we confirmed her starting a job, which is really fun. So this is a feather I made a long time ago. If you guys, I think I made a video. I might make another video. Maybe I never. Anyway, I kind of thought it went with the page, so I glued it in there. And then, why is this here? Oh, so we had to pick up 2 of our cars got mailed their registration stickers, and the 3rd car we had to go pick up. So my husband went by and after work, excuse me, and picked that up. And then I put no gym this morning because of my foot, and I'm so sad. Okay, so that was Thursday. Here is Friday. My son is with his friend, obviously, journey of a lifetime. I canceled my supervision plans. I was supposed to go to a 2-day training, and it's like 2 hours away, and I couldn't figure out the driving and everything and sitting in the conference or training for 2 days with my foot in a walking boot and blah, blah, blah. So I canceled it, and I was able to reschedule for May, way closer to my house, which is a good thing right now. We'll see now if it's going to be canceled, but as of right now, it's a good thing. So I put a little note in here. This is like for my sprocket, so it's actually a sticker, but I just tipped it in because I wanted to, like, use the thing. So I put, I mean, it's sort of exciting, isn't it? And awesome. This was all on a card. And I said, living his best life. I had to beg for a good picture. I love these kids and honor their friendship. Over 10 years of sailing together, and now maybe college. So that would be amazing. Okay, so this night he was supposed to go to the airport. Well, he was going to the airport, and he's super good about like getting there early and like all this kind of stuff. And we get a call, and he's like, I'm not going to make it. And we're like, what? So the president was flying in to Charleston, and they had shut down everything. Like, the freeway was shut down. No exits, and so he's in an Uber with an Uber driver who doesn't speak English, so he's using Google Translate to speak to her, right? And trying to explain, and then he's on the phone with us, and we're trying not to panic. And my husband and I are trying to figure out like an option, and he's like a mile from the airport, and we're like, us being the idiots, right? We're like, get your bag, get out of the cab or car and run. Like, he can easily hoof it a mile. That's no problem, right? And so of course he tries to do that, and the police stop him, send him back to the car. Oh my gosh. It was like, oh, it could have been a movie. I was dying. So he finally makes it to the airport, and there's like 4 minutes, right? Where we're like, please, like, and I'm on the phone with the airlines and I'm trying to see, and the airlines are still leaving on time. That's the crazy part that we can't figure out. And so, and there was no notification, there was just nothing. So, we're like, just go, like, don't check your bag, just go, run through security. And so he tries to run through security, not, I say run, but like as quickly as he can get through security. They stop him because he now has all of his knives in his bag that he's used for sailing for the week. And so they send him back, they security check him, they take his knife. I mean, it was like seriously out of a movie. So he handled it all with grace, and just, I'm so proud of him. But the bottom line is he missed his flight. So we're like, okay, we've got him another flight. We had to figure it out with the airline. Like, what's the next closest thing, whatever. And, we're like, your flight leaves at 5 a.m. It's now, 7 o'clock at night. You're going to have to stay the night in the airport, because he can't like go back to the dorms of the college and then find a ride to the airport at 3 a.m. And it was like, I'm like, you're 18, you're young. We'll laugh about this one day. You're going to have to stay the night in the airport. Like, get through security, hunker down, get yourself some food, watch some movies on Netflix, go to sleep, get on the plane. He's like, no problem. So he tries to get through security. They're like, you can't come through security this early because it's now like 8 o'clock, and your flight doesn't leave till morning. You'll have to come back in the morning. He's like, no, I'm just going to go wait. And they're like, no, the airport closes down. I'm like, what? So my son is in an airport that doesn't stay open 24 hours, which I've never even heard of. But anyway, it just keeps coming. So he talked to the security guard, which was really nice, and really, I wish, I could send a note or something, but, and they said, go back up to the front, like the ticket part of the airport doesn't close. It's just past there. And so like, just go up there. He's like, I'll keep an eye on you. I'll let the next security guy know. And so he hunkered down like on a couch out in the front lobby of the airport. We were like on the map, he was looking, and I was like, there's a restaurant. My husband found a restaurant, like whatever, quarter mile down the road. We're like, go take your bags, go to the restaurant, get yourself a nice meal. Nope. Because he's only 18 and it was technically a bar, so he couldn't get in there. It was like, oh. So as old as they are and as responsible as they are, sometimes, it takes a village, man, I'm telling you. So anyway, he made it. So he slept in the airport. He got on the 5 a.m. He slept in the lobby. I'm so grateful that he's okay and calm and capable. I'm just praying that he's safe and he gets on his flight in the morning. And this was the picture he sent us, because of course I want to know he's okay. And he was fine. He was fine. So anyway, I was cracking up. He got on the flight. He came home. Saturday the 29th. Oh my gosh. My boy is home. He made it home at 10 o'clock. My husband literally picked him up at the airport, drove straight 3 hours-ish, right? 2 hours, maybe, I don't know, down to Olympia. And his team had his boat rigged, and he literally like ran out, jumped in his boat, and he made the start of the race. I mean, like, unbelievable. It just was crazy. So I'm just so proud of him, and I'm excited for his sailing season. And it was exciting. So this is the cutout from the end of the calendar. I just cut off the bottom when I'm done with it to say goodbye to February, because this is a leap day. And I had the opportunity to go to a caucus today, and I was fascinated by the process. I've never been a part of it, so I put a note here about that. I just thought it was really fascinating to be a part of it. I was very intrigued with it, and it was very educational for me. I'm really glad I did that. And then my daughter had a soccer game. She played great. Really great saves, and she got to play like 3/4 of the game, which is really great. They lost, but they didn't score. And so there's not a lot she can do. So I just put goodbye February. I put some frog stickers here for leap day. And I have some glitter. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's kind of sparkly glitter on here. I just kind of put that over. I think it's like maybe this. I'm not too sure. I just saw it here on my desk. I'm thinking that's what I used there. So that was the end of February. So that is it for me, you guys. So what I said in my last book also, or in my last video, I was going to do February in this book, but I realized obviously that I was not done with the book and I didn't want to waste it. So I decided to put March in here also. So this book will have February and March, but you can see today is what, March 18th. It's getting pretty fat. And again, this is, I guess, what Smash books are made for, but it is, I'm going to have to put some sort of, you know, ribbon on it or something to tie it, because it definitely does not shut necessarily. But we are halfway through March and I'm sort of caught up. So today is like this page right here. And so I have plenty more pages. Oh, today is this day right here. So I'm going to make it through the end of the month here. And then this book will be February, March. So that's kind of what it looks like right now. Pretty exciting, huh? I know. And then I'll add, you know, I'll figure out what I want to do for the rest of the cover. So, okay, so that's the end of February for you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for your creative, you know, ideas and sharing and everything. I just love our community. I hope that you are handling this self-quarantine and social distancing and everything well. And, you know, please just remember to reach out if you need anything. And, you know, if you're anxious or feeling like you need to talk, just, you know, reach out and do that. Call someone else or go for a walk outside, and don't don't let fear and anxiety maybe overcome kind of all the other positive things that, you know, we have going on in our lives. All right. All right, you guys, thanks again. I'll talk to you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.